In this video, I'm going to show you how to do voltage testing for the EST3 fire alarm panel. So on the front panel, you have the EST3. Currently we have the power on, so we're going to be doing the voltage testing for the AC and DC circuits. So to identify the AC voltage coming in above the CPU here, you'll see the power lines coming in, so it's our 120 coming into the panel. And below you'll see the battery box. I've turned the battery so it's easier for me to do the testing. But you have two 12 volt 65 amp hour batteries. So together they have a loop here. And this loop is going to be making the two 12s a 24 volt backup. So first thing we'll do is we'll take our voltage reading. So I got my voltage meter here. Take my leads and we're going to see if I can do this chopstick style. One hand. There we go. We're on. We're at 123.1 AC volts. All right, so you can see my leads on there. So that's our voltage, power on. So we're back at 0. And then now, bring this down to the ground. Now we'll do our leads, so we're not gonna do it on the loop. We're going to do it on the leads connected to the panel. So I'm going to spread them out really far, like that, so we're touching. I've got my polarity reversed. See if I can stand somewhere not with a shadow to block the lighting. There you go, so now I'm on there. Wait, now I'm on there. Again, one-handed is not easy while filming. There we go. So 27.1 DC. The lighting is not helping me at all right now. So 27.1 DC volts. Okay, so we have our voltage. So now we're going to the breaker to turn off the power. And then after we turn off the power, we'll take a measurement again to make sure it's off, and we'll verify on the panel that it's off, and we'll measure both voltages. Okay, we're in the electrical room. I found the panel. The description's a little off, but when we look on the inside, you have your card information here at the bottom. EMIPL1. And I found FACP number 1. So we'll be double checking our labeling. So circuit number 1 here at the top. There's a circuit breaker lock on it, so I've already loosened it so we can just take it off. But it's identified with red and it has a lock, which is good. So we're just going to flip this breaker. We're going to get a treble on our panel, and we're going to measure the voltage to make sure it has turned off. So we'll be running on backup power. So flip the breaker. Now let's go check the fire panel. All right, and now we have our breaker off. So we lost power, we no longer have the power light. If we go to our troubles, we see AC brownout. All right, so we lost our power. And again, these other troubles and disables are just part of our testing. So now we're going to measure the voltage again. So we're gonna turn on our meter. Then break out these amazing chopstick skills that I have. Okay, 1 and 2. There we go. So I'm on there. And I have no voltage. Right? Because I have the AC breaker turned off. Alright. And then we'll now measure our batteries. So we're at 0. Gonna do the across there. We're at 26.1 DC. So now the battery is running the system, right? So this is the voltage under load. All right, so we got it connected on there, and that's what the voltage is with the power off. All right, so now we've tested our voltage with the AC breaker off. Now we'll flip it back on and do the voltage reading one last time, just to make sure everything's back to normal. All right, now we're back at the panel. We're gonna turn it on. We're back at breaker number 1. Identified FACP. And flip it back on. So have our little breaker lock. And the FACP circuit shared with the booster panel circuit. So now the power will be back on, and we go check it out. All right, now we're back at our panel. So we have the power back on. We have our AC brownout troubles clear. So now we're going to measure the voltage one last time, just to make sure we're all good, but power is back on. So we know the voltages should be back. Oh my God, how many times do I have to do this? There we go. Oh, I think I got it. Yep, there we go. So 123, so power is back on. Got my leads on there. So we got AC voltage back. Now, one final time, just check our DC voltage again. Back at our batteries. Oh yeah, don't want to get negative polarity, so I'll try to color coordinate. This is so difficult with one freaking hand. Hope you all appreciate the skills. Sloppy chopstick skills. All right, here we go, 26.9. We're back up now. All right, so AC voltage back on. Measuring our DC voltage. And that's it. So, that is how you do your voltage testing for your EST3 fire alarm panel.